everyone. Thank you very much for joining. Today is going to be very interesting. Andres is doing some interesting, crazy stuff with Blender, and not only bonsai. That's very important, right? Not only bonsai, more tools, more open source tools, free open source tools. You can correct me afterwards. I'm very happy to, like, I've seen a few snapshots here and there, videos and so on, but he's going to show us a bit more about that. He's going to show us today the overview, and then we are going to have few future sessions where he actually is going to show us how to do these things, covering different topics. So I hope you are as excited as me. And let's dive in. But before we do that, it's very important. Go to the LinkedIn page of this event and repost it, okay? So that more of your friends can also see this, because this might be something that could change their lives or maybe can impact their workflows, okay? So very important. Please do that. It doesn't cost you anything. Just click on repost. You don't have to leave any comment. Just repost, okay? Because that way more people will see it and maybe join and see it. Also later, because this you can also watch the replay after that. You can play the replay on LinkedIn. Let me check if everyone, can you leave me a comment on LinkedIn also and tell me if you can hear me and if everything works as expected, because I hear myself when I speak. So I think it works, but please let me know. Yes, Rafael has written already, so I guess it works. So that's good. Okay. With no further ado, let's dive in. Hey, Andres, thank you very much for joining and for willing to share with us your secrets. Now, tell us just a few words about yourself. Who are you and what are you doing before you are going to tell us what you are going to talk about today?
Yes, I'm a Spanish civil engineer. I work at Constructora San Jose since 18 years ago. My English is a little weak, but sorry for that. and I was building highways and high-speed trains during these 18 years. Always at technical office, always. And more or less 12 years ago, I started to learning programming as a personal project, and here I am. No, I started with his stuff, his programming, and after this year, I started with BIM. Now it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's a crazy thing. I'm all the year with BIM, learning things, and it take me to Blender, searching for open source tools. I can with Blender and Bonsai and all the ecosystem, and it's very, I don't know, very crazy, the things that you can do with free tools. Yes, very crazy.
Yeah, so first and foremost, don't worry about your English. We also have captions, so I think this is generated by Zoom. I hope they are good, but who doesn't understand from the first time, they can rewatch a little bit, and it's more than okay. Most important is that you were not scared about this, and this is also a good opportunity for you to practice even more English, right? So don't worry about that. Now, what are you going to show us today? Like, what are you going to tell us? Like, what did you manage to see and do with Blender?
My intention was to simplify the work, automate things, and with Blender you can use the rest of the ecosystem. You have two parametric tools for modeling, not only one, and you have tools for measuring, tools for annotations, tools for everything. You have tools for everything. I tried first of all generating concrete parts, and after generating formwork, and after generating measurements, bill of quantities, as you wrote, structure bill of quantities, And well, now I'm experimenting with Rebars, but no, maybe I can show you a little thing, but it's very in early stage, no?
Yeah, but we have to start somewhere until we convert it into like a robust workflow, right? So
Yes.
first we start with exploring, seeing the possibilities, and then we build on that, right? That's how we do it. So yeah, you have the scene. Feel free to share your screen and get started.
Okay, let's do this. Screen here. And you have. Okay. This is the Blender interface. You see.
Yeah, we can see the screen. We can see a bridge.
Okay, this is the
or
box.
not a bridge, but like a culvert.
Yes, the box culvert. This geometry is generated by Sverchok. Is the first add-on I used, and the most important now is the engine of all the things. Sverchok has a dynamic programming language. No, it's Node. No, you can see them.
Yeah, like Grasshopper, right? This is like a
It's like
Grasshopper
Dynamo,
thing, but
Grasshopper, okay.
yeah, but it's for not necessarily for Blender, but Blender and Bonsai, like to accommodate IFC use.
Okay, and this is the tree. You see, with this tree you can generate this geometry. What you can do in the tree, you have here the data that you input, and you have here the data. You put it here, and there you can control of the dimensions of the piece.
All the parameters, yeah.
Yes, you can. Maybe here it's easy to see, and you can modify the long. You can modify this. You can modify this, and everything is connected because you have to use only these values. And from these values, let me see closer. You have the long, the width, height. These values you put it there, and all the geometry must go from these values to all the tree. And at last you print it into the Sverchok string. You can do many scripts and combine them. You have, for example, here, you have one Sverchok tree, two for generate the homework, and here you can see what it looks like. It's smaller than the other. You can get from the scene the parts you have modeled in the other tree, and get there in this tree, and generate the formwork using the geometry previously created. No. And you can see it's off. I put on, and there.
Yeah.
And all is linked if you go here.
So for this workflow, you are using Blender and Sverchok, right? Which is this,
Yes.
there is no other add-on involved so far, right?
No, only Blender and Sverchok. In fact, this is a Blender file. You don't have an IFC file.
You did not convert it yet into IFC, but no. Would that be difficult to do?
No, it's another Sverchok tree with IFC Sverchok, and that is another station, but these are extra nodes for Sverchok. The Dion mode and one, let me see, was the people who launched it.
No, it's not Dion, I guess.
Yes, maintainer, Martina.
Okay, Martina Jakubowska or Dion, yeah, okay.
They are the maintainers of IFC Sverchok. And what can do IFC Sverchok for you? You see, I go to Sverchok 3, IFC Sverchok. It has some nodes to create. First, the nodes, they convert Blender geometry to IFC geometry.
Mhm.
You have one node, and then you can assign a class picker. You have the classes, and you create entities, and then you create your space classes. Hit here, spatial element, building story, and you have the spatial element. And it can write the file. You can configure what geometries goes to what IFC classes or what folder you want to organize the IFC file. No, and this is an exporter. This is an exporter made by nodes.
So
You
right
can
now,
configure as you like, as you like.
do you have right now like this IFC file saved anywhere? Like this is saved at the same time as you modify it, or you have to
No, you have to go
to
here
run
the
that?
then panel, and when you install like CS Workshop,
Yeah.
and you are inside a tree with IFC as Workshop node, you look appears this tab, and here you can write file.
Write a file. Okay, interesting.
You rerun all nodes, of course, for all of that, and then you write file.
Yeah. Andres, one thing, please let me ask you one thing. I see you have a headset with a
Yes.
microphone.
Yes.
So can you check in your settings and see which microphone are you using right now?
The computer microphone.
See if you can change it to this one and see if it's any better. Because maybe it isolates a bit. It's a bit clearer if you choose that one.
Now?
Yeah.
How about now?
Yeah, it's better. I think it's better.
Okay.
Use this for now. Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. More or less, this is the thing. I show you another tree. This is for to the drawings. No.
Okay.
This is very simple. Again, the same as formwork. You capture the geometry of the scene with there are nodes. You can capture anything you want.
Yeah.
The screen.
But
From the scene.
let's look a bit in the model. If you go back to the model, if I understand this correctly, so you have the culvert, like the gray one is the concrete culvert, and the orange one is like the formwork, right?
Okay, the formwork.
This is the formwork, right? And can you export this into quantities, or like what is the workflow to get quantities and know like how many square meters of formwork will you need for this structure?
Yes, you for extract quantities you have first to export to IFC.
Okay.
And then reload this IFC in Bonsai.
And you do it with Bonsai with QTO.
And you do it with Bonsai, as Yasin showed in his videos.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. I connected the dots, no? You connect the dots and you get a workflow bigger as much more dots, much bigger the workflow you can develop.
But tell me one thing, like right now, so your main reason for doing this is for form work, or do you want to also design this?
For everything.
For everything. So you want to use it for designing, for form work, and for
Yes, but more than designing. Yes, in the building cities we don't design, but yes, we change everything. So you need to draw, you need to modify sections, you need to modify everything. You get problems in the city, and you have to resolve that problems, no? And you have to make the Rebar's list. This is my next experiment, no? To get the Rebars, the quantities and the list, no?
Yeah.
I don't know how is it in English. Despiece in Spanish. You have the list of all the bars. With
the reinforcement, you say? The reinforcement?
Yes. not calculate, but manage, no?
Uh-huh.
To
Yeah.
buy the
Manage the
rebars,
assembly part.
yes, yes. I have
Okay.
to buy in my current building city 7 million kilos of
Uh-huh.
rebars. It's a lot of hours reviewing all the lists of bars. Yes. And the
Okay.
measurements, the same, the formwork and the concrete. Every month, you have to close the month with the units you build, and you have to measure them again and again, 1 month, the next month a little bit more, and this maybe help for working less, no?
Yeah,
Working
yeah,
less
of
hours,
course. More work more
or be
efficient.
more productive.
Yeah, yeah, I
See,
completely agree. Yeah. You can please go on with where you were. Please go on.
yes,
Sorry for interruption.
yes, okay, no, there's nothing. I am going to export, or maybe I show you to the drawings here, and you on, and there are to the drawings. Into the drawings, I have these controls. You have for not for draw, but for putting them inside
Mm-hmm.
your your mark, no?
Yeah.
And then you can show the measurements. This is a measure it arc. As every add-on, you have aquí a new tab
Mm-hmm.
with the end menu, no? Let me, it's screencast on. And you can, with this control, you can add new measurements, new annotations. You can edit them. For example, if you take this, the annotations are created inside this piece or inside this piece. They are not independent Blender objects. They are inside this. In fact, if you erase this slab, for example, and you recreate, the measurements will be all gone.
Uh-huh.
It's a little bit tricky. If
Yeah.
for example, if I erase this, no,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to recreate the nodes. You see, the
Yeah.
slab appears again, but there are no measurements.
Mm-hmm. But
So they are inside the element.
you
And
can do the
then,
same in Bonsai, right? You can add dimensions in Bonsai.
yes, yes. And you can use Sverchok in Bonsai. I don't know if that will lead you to save two files, the blend file
Uh-huh.
and the IC file. And I didn't try it because
Okay.
I wanted to keep separate things,
Mm-hmm.
no?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's more difficult.
Yeah, but you have also the option. Another option is like to create the drawings, like plane drawings and cross sections
Yes,
and whatever
yes,
elevations you need in
yes,
Bonsai, and that will be saved in Bonsai. And then you can add
yes,
all these dimensions. But I think you might need to use Inkscape for that. I'm not sure. And I'm not
yes.
sure if you can
Okay.
automate this. So I don't know if that would work.
I think that, well, yes, there was some videos, Joy Busio, I think he did it with,
Yeah.
and yes, when he has all things organized, when he changed something in the IC file
Yeah.
with Bonsai, regenerate, and yes, somehow it's automatic too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
it's not, this is, you have agree, you have here the measurements. I
Mm-hmm.
go to here and I change this and I update.
Uh-huh.
The
Don't
computer
double
is
click.
low.
Don't click one more time because it will crash.
Yes. And you have
Yeah, it has been updated.
calculated. Yes, yes. It's very straight, no?
Yeah. So
And then
this,
you can export to the Excel all the
aha.
drawing.
Yeah, exactly. And you
Yes.
can do like you can take it to other
Yes.
CAD products if you
Yes.
want that. Yeah. Hey
Yes.
guys, just one thing before you go, Andreas. Guys, don't forget what I asked you previously. If you joined later, please use that repost button and help your friends too. Right? This might be useful for your friends as well. So yeah, please do that. Andreas, please go on.
Okay. Okay. So I I'm show you how to save an IFC file, no, and open that IFC file in Bonsai. So we have to go to the Sverchok workspace, check this, update, and write the file. Yeah, here is one, call it B2, and then you go to the file, open IFC, no open Blender, open IFC, and then V2. And there you have IFC.
Oh wow.
See, you can organize this with Sverchok, all the structure,
Yeah.
all the IFC classes, and then I think you can go here, and you can perform
Do
quantity
quantity
takeoff.
takeoffs.
Not
Yeah.
not to if you have this selected, it will only perform for this piece. You have to not select deselect everything.
Yeah. You
Perform
can
quantity.
also, if you use the scroll bar, like even if you have select one wall, if you click on that scroll bar, you can choose also take for all the objects.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But it's easier, like if you don't select anything, just unselect everything and just perform quantity takeoff because it will do it for all the objects. Yeah, please go on.
Yes. Okay. Okay. And then you can you have all the quantities taken, and you have to create a cost schedule. But you can recreate with Excel or CSV
Yeah.
the structure and the queries, the instructions to tell Bonsai, hey, you have to give me the area of this, the volume of this, the length of this, and you structure them. And now you can load here. I have one, this, import. And well, if everything goes fine, it's there. If it fails, you have a message
Mhm.
that is not okay. But here it worked, and you have is the normal budget I use with all the measures
Uh-huh.
here. Have all the measures of all the not the sum. All 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 things are there, no? And you
Yeah.
have this button to export to a spreadsheet,
Mhm.
and you pray this for doing this for XLSX, you have to install one Python library
Uh-huh. Okay.
in order to this for work. If you don't have that library, you only can export to CSV. But it's okay with CSV. You can transform it.
Convert it into an Excel file.
Yes,
Very
easily.
simple. Yeah.
Yes,
You can
yes.
import
But
it
this is
to Excel.
port, and it's generated.
Yeah, this is really crazy because you are doing the costing, but there is also
Yes,
the simpler option to do the quantity takeoff by just exporting spreadsheet, right?
yeah,
From the but this is much more like this requires more time to create all this costing module that we can see there, right? So
yes,
it's a it's this is the right way to do it for people who know how costing works, right?
yes,
Usually I
yes,
just do quantity takeoffs like export to spreadsheet. That's enough for me because I don't do costing. I
yeah,
just need the bill
yeah,
of quantities, right?
yeah,
This is very powerful. The way you are doing it, of course, it's very powerful, but also it requires a bit more time to put it in place. But yeah, it's
mm,
very, very impressive.
yes. It will be. Very nice to export it to a format, Spanish format, which is called BC3.
Uh-huh. Okay.
BC3, and this format is amazing for budgets. Is what we use in Spain, and I don't know outside of Spain.
How it's called?
The format is for Inter is like DXF. It's a
Ah, okay.
BC3.
Uh-huh.
BC3.
Okay.
You know Presto, Riff software Presto. They use BC3,
Okay.
and Cipe. They use a lot of BC3. BC3. Cipe software is another Spanish company, and they use this format for exchanging budgets. It's I don't know.
BC3 is a database format, especially made
Yes.
for quantity surveying, for budgeting, for all this. So you have two types. One is this like costing the cost of it will cost or bill of materials. That's the better database I usually start with, and then you have the structure of the project's bill of quantities.
Yes.
So,
Yes. I always have two files, one for sell and one for cost. No, two different files.
Mhm.
One is the selling prices, and the other is the cost prices for the company. Yes. Yes. It's very powerful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see the result. Can we see
Yes.
the spreadsheet that we exported?
Yes, I open it, but I must change. You can see it, no? I
No,
must change.
I can still see Blender.
Yes, okay. Here it is. You see?
Yeah, now I can see it.
Yes, this is the file generated.
Yeah.
I have some well the codes of the unit. I don't know in English, partida in Spanish.
It's okay, no worries.
You have the units, the price, and here are the measurements. There's something wrong here in some of them. I think that there's something wrong in this virtual tree.
Yeah, it should not be 0 there. Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Only if they are missing from the model, but then why would
Yes,
you have the name?
I think that in Sverchok 3, in IC Sverchok, I lose some of the pieces from the, and there are something that is not measuring, but these are. Let me show you this, the original file, no, with the queries and the structure. This is the original file, and here you have to use the name of the objects in the IC file.
Yeah.
To call them, and when you have the objects, you put it into Bonsai, and he gives you this in change. You didn't see the other, no? The other spreadsheet. This. Let me change. It is this. Can you see it now?
I still see Excel.
But another Excel, no, with queries here. No?
No, I still see the same with the items.
Okay, let me see. Let me see. Here, and this is not. This is not this. You can see it now?
Yes.
The queries?
Yeah, I can see it now.
Yes, and this is, well, this is the structure you have to have in the first line, no? As you know, because I learned it from your videos with I don't know his name.
Stefano Veroggi.
Stefano, with Stefano, great video, amazing video, and I learned it with that video and just in videos. You know.
Where did you learn that from, by the way? in the BIMvoice Friends community, you find the recording, or where did you see that video?
No, in your YouTube channel.
Ah, on
And
YouTube. Okay.
yes, in your YouTube channel, you have the interview with Francesco Stefano.
And he's showing this.
Yes, and he told about Yasin in the interview, and then I find Yasin and his videos.
Okay.
And I learned this. I'm not expert like them, no, but I'm touching a lot of things.
Yeah.
Not only quantity takeoff.
You are an expert compared to many of us, even compared to me, because I never used this. I did not use this yet, so yeah.
I started with Blender this summer.
Yeah, that's amazing. Like you can see.
I was a programmer. And it's easier
to understand this kind of things.
Yes, it's easier. And if you have to write a script, or you have, I didn't have to write any script until now, but wherever it comes, no?
Yeah. Okay, what are other things you would like to show us, Andres? We have 8 more minutes, and then we should try to wrap it up.
Okay, yeah, a little spoiler about Rebars, and maybe
sure.
No much more. If
then we can say what we do next time in the next session.
Yes. The next time, if you like, we can go on in one of us workshop trees
and try to model something.
Yes, trying to model something to see how it works. I didn't use Dynamo or Grasshopper. I think it will be nearly the same. I don't know. It's all geometries. Like you have the vertex coordinates for one hand, and in the other hand the index, who are naming that vertex to form your models. No, and it's all this. It's this. A lot of vertex, a lot of index, but I think it's the same for every software.
Sounds. I agree with that.
Yes.
Okay, let's go to. I still see your Excel file. I don't know if this is what you want to share, so I'm just saying this.
No, I changed the here.
You tell me what you want to share so I can confirm. Yeah, I can see Blender now.
Blender. I show you a little spoiler of the Rebars.
Okay.
So let's open the blend file. Here we have all our drawings, and you have to go there. Sverchok Rebars. They are more. The computer is slowly.
Yeah, it's handling slower because there are many objects. I know the same for me because I work a lot with Rebar models. I know.
Yes. And now I have a material here in Blender to make this transparent. So let's do this transparent to see
the bars.
To see the bars, yes.
You can also hide it if you want, because that's also okay.
You have them there. And what you can do with the bars is
how did you create this the rebars with the Sverchok still?
Yes.
And you choose the concrete cover, the center distance, the diameter, the hook, and everything, right?
Yes, you can do here. Yeah, let's see here. I go there. Okay, and you here in the Rebars you can diameter in millimeters. You see, 16, 20, and also the radius of this
of the bend, yeah.
Yes, it's 12 times
12 times the diameter.
Radius of,
yeah.
Okay. And it also changes when you change the diameter and the space.
You implemented this rule, like it should be 12 times the diameter.
Yes. You see it here.
Oh, this is amazing.
You part this. You have Where it is here. This is inferior longitude, longitudinal.
Yes, yes.
You have the radius, the gap, and with this you can calculate derivate numbers, and you have the bar radius and the curve radius, and it depends on the other data, no?
Yeah, yeah.
It's 12 times,
Yeah.
and there you have the data that goes to war.
Yeah.
This is more complicated than others, of course, but it's like magic. When you finish it, it's like magic.
Yeah,
And
this is
you
very
can,
impressive. Like other tools, like if you ever use Tekla structures, you know how well it handles reinforcement, right?
yes,
So
yes,
this looks very, very close to that, but of course has to be polished, and it has like
yes,
it could be cool to have already like to build some components that you can, okay, you have the like for this kind of for a rectangular form of concrete, let's say you have this
yes,
pre-script, right, which you can run.
yes,
But I think
yes,
we are going to get there at some point. Just that is not a real priority right now in Bonsai. But
yes.
it's very promising. What we see here is very, very, very impressive. I don't know, guys, what you think, but I hope you think this is impressive and you want to learn more about this.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So
I'm interested too. When I started with Blender, I started, wow, what is this? What is this?
yeah. So you managed to
know?
export this reinforcement model also to an IFC model? Did you
Yes,
do that?
I was able to export, but
It takes
with the
longer.
quantity. Yes, and now I'm fighting with more things in Sberchok, but the quantity takeoff, I've achieved the volume of the
Uh-huh.
bar, and you have to divide to get the length. I must explore to do a better exportation. And I could get the volume by exporting the bars as IFC slab.
Yeah.
A trap, no, a trick. But it's the experiment I'm doing now, and when I finish, I publish one video with all
Okay.
fixed. No?
That sounds amazing. What are we going like? What are we doing the next session, Andres? Tell us what are we doing next time?
I think that first thing will be to talk about all the extension, no, on how to maybe everyone knows how to install extensions of Blender, but maybe make a list of the extensions and start with the first Sberchok tree to see how Sberchok can do things. Yes.
But mainly, like how much time would you say that would be required to model this culvert, the full model?
This,
Yeah, from scratch.
I can tell you, yes, but from scratch, I can tell you, I started 3 months ago, but I was learning and doing
Yeah.
it. But I can tell you, maybe if you are experienced, and this is, if you say, I want to model the San Francisco Bridge, no, wow, it's very difficult. I have to model a culvert, easy. I think that 1 week you have the blend file
Okay.
long. No?
But tell me something else then. What do you think we could do in half an hour? Because that I want to dedicate for this. 30 minutes.
Yeah, in half an hour we can model the body of the culvert. The
Okay.
body.
That sounds very good.
The,
That sounds very
the
good.
wing walls are more difficult because you have to do this thing, and it's very interesting for learning how to modify the things vertex by vertex.
Yeah.
But it's more time to explain. Yes.
Okay. No worries.
Only half an hour to explain that.
Yeah. That's very good. That's enough. We can start with that. That sounds very good. Do you have a browser, a web browser, where you can open a page to the BIMvoice Friends community?
Yes.
And show it on your screen?
Okay. Here I am.
I don't see it. You don't share it.
Yes, yes. I go here and BIMvoice friends, no?
Yes,
BIMvoice
yes,
friends page. Okay.
yes, yes. The community on school.
Here.
Yeah, so if you go to community, but yeah, actually it's good. You can be here, but it's fine. Like go to community there. So guys, if you are not part of this, you can see that there are 251 members. I think that's not updated because there are more, I think. No, yeah, 251 people. This is going to become the largest openBIM community. So if you are not here already, this is a free community. You can find it on everywhere. Like if you go on YouTube, in the description of the channel, if you go on LinkedIn, in my profile, you are going to find this link. Go there and join, because right now it's still developing, it's growing, but I'm going to add more and more curated resources, which are going to help you in your openBIM journey, okay? Like this kind of content, we are going to put it there, and better structure is not in place yet, but it's going to be. And this is a place where you can ask questions and interact directly with us, okay? And what you see right now, this is a weekly meeting we usually have and discuss and try to solve problems. And we also record these meetings and you can access and watch them, okay? So if you did not do that yet, like I said, you can either go to directly to school.com and slash BIMvoice minus friends. Otherwise, just search in my profiles or ask me on LinkedIn, okay? Or on YouTube, wherever. I will help you out. It's so easy to find it. Thank you very much, Andreas. I'm very excited about the next session because if you know something about me, you know that I'm a practical guy and I love to do things.
Yes.
It's one thing,
Yes.
like it's good. I like to get excited and see potential, but I become even more excited when I'm doing things. And I hope you
Yes.
guys are
Yes.
also ready for that, because that's going to be explosive. So I'm going to post a new post about, I'll create a new event on LinkedIn. So make sure and follow that, and make sure you participate and you learn how to do these things if they are of relevance for you. But I would guess, like I said, you don't have to pay a license for this. You just learn how to do these things, and then you can see how you can leverage in your role. Are you a BIM coordinator, BIM modeler, whatever you are doing? I'm sure you can find a use for these kind of things, okay? And you can explore in your own time, or yeah, whatever. So yeah, do you have any other words would you like to say, Andres? I don't know. You have a web page where people can read more about what you do and your work.
Oh, yes.
You
Yes.
feel free to share that as well, because yeah,
Yes.
you earned that.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
You can
Before
open it.
yes, I can tell you about my apps, my web apps. Before I dive into BIM, I did some web apps and one Android app, and share you. I share them with you. Let's see. Yeah, it's here. You can go here,
Yeah.
and this is. You can see.
Okay. So this is dxf2map.com.
BXF2 map, yes, is my website. And I did again the things I do, I put them there
Okay.
for
So you
free.
can
Well,
play
for
around.
free. Yes, yes, and you have 4 apps. This is one Android app. This is one Android app, and the
Okay.
3.
And the other one are web apps. Okay.
Yes, our apps. This is with Cesium, and that open company libraries. You can load an IFC in the wall, and you can load DXF files too. Let me show you the public, and you can. What is happening here? Close you.
Yeah.
And it's
Don't
loading.
forget to also you can leave a link, a comment with this
Okay.
link on LinkedIn in the event. Okay, just leave a
Yes.
comment.
Yes.
Hey guys, if you want to see my work, just go to this link, right?
Yes.
So people can go and check it out if they struggle to read it or something like that.
Yes. And there you have it. This is a CAD file mixing with his using Cesium. You have, this is my current building site, very big, very long, and you can see it. Again, my computer is not very powerful.
Okay.
And with Cesium and 3D,
Yeah,
you-
it requires some resources. I understand.
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
But here you have the CAD file.
Yeah, but it's great. You know what? If you wish, we can have a session like at the end after we go over all these things
Yes.
you are going to show us. We can have a
Yes.
session where you can show us like all these things, how your apps are working. If people
Yes.
are, if you are interested, guys, you want to learn more about Andres' apps, leave a comment, okay, and tell me, and we are going to do that. Thank you
Okay.
very much, Andres. This was very impressive.
to
I
you.
can't wait for the next Monday, and I'm hoping more of you guys are going to join, okay, and support this work because you get a lot, you learn a lot. Like what Andres is sharing here, he has spent months, and you are going to learn to do it in an afternoon or something like that. So the least you can do is to repost these links and to like it, okay? It's not so much. It doesn't cost you anything. You don't have to pay anything for that. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining, and I'll see you next time, okay? Thank you,
Okay.
Andres.
Thank you. Thanks to you. Thanks to you. You are welcome. That's amazing.
Bye, everyone.